Hola clase. Okay, you should have a paper that looks just like this one here. So let's get this started. First things first, what is conjugating? What does that mean? So conjugating means that we change the verb to match it with who is doing it in the sentence. So what kind of verb are we doing today? Today we are doing those that end with ER and those that end with IR. Now, that is important because in Spanish, there are three types of verbs. There are three types of verbs. So, the first type is an AR ending, the second is an ER, and the third is an IR ending verbs. And let me give you an example of each real quick. So an AR ending verb is like the word hablar. It's called an AR because it ends with AR. An ER ending verb is like the word vender, which means to sell, ends with ER. And an IR verb is like the word escribir, which means to write. So, three times, and that matters because when you conjugate them, when you change these endings, the patterns will be different for an AR, different for an ER, and IR is almost identical to ER, but there's a little change, and we'll talk about that one today. Alright, so let's get started with this real quick. So the first thing is we need an ER or an IR verb first. So we start with the infinitive. What an infinitive means, it's going to end with ER or IR. So I'm going to use an easy word. I'm going to use the verb correr. It's an ER. Step 2, it says remove the ending. So if we remove this part, then that means we are left with only CORR, and that is called the stem. So step 3, we have CORR, which sounds like corr. We are missing an ending. See, it says plus, so we are missing one of those endings. So let's do those endings real quick. In the yo form, the ending will be an O, just like with AR. So to say I run, correr, you would say yo and then corro with an O at the end. The to ending is an ES. So to say you run, it would be tú corres. Usted, él, and ella, it is an E ending. So to say something like she runs, that would be ella corre. The nosotros and nosotras is hemos. Now, I'm going to write this real small because I need to write a second thing in that box. So, the difference between an ER verb, like correr, and an IR, like escribir, is that they will be different in the nosotros form. So, notice how here it was hemos for correr. Well, if we are changing or conjugating escribir, then this is where the change occurs. Instead of hemos, it's going to be hemos. And that's the only difference between an ER and an IR way of conjugating. So to say something like we write, that would be nosotros escribimos. And finally, the ustedes, ellos, and ellas form is an EN, as in ellos corren, they run, or if we use escribir, it's simply ellos escriben. Alright, let's do these examples. So I have my chart here, and it's always a good idea to have that chart for reference to just double check your work real fast. So, it says fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb, and here is what we are using. So we need to identify who in the sentence is doing this. And who is it? It's tú. So, remember, we write everything but the ending, com, and then we have to look at our chart, which matches with that, to comes. Just like that. Alright, let's do number 2. We know that it's Hector, and there is no other name here, so it's Hector. It's going to be the he form. And we're using beber, so Hector. We write everything but the ending, because we remember we get rid of this part first. And then we just add the ending for Hector, which happens to be E. Hector bebe. Alright, number 3. Here we have Henry y ella. So we have 2 names. Remember what we said about when there are 2 names, that we are going to cross out this side because we're looking at multiple people, which means that it'll be on this part of the chart. That means we cross out these endings because the ending will be here. Henry and ella, Henry and her. So it does not include me. It does not include this, so I'm going to cross that out, and I'm going to cross that out. So my ending is going to be the en ending. So Henry ella aprende. We got rid of the er, and now we add the en. Aprenden español. Henry and her learn Spanish. Next. 4. Yo. Oh, that one's easy. Yo. Yo is here. Here's my ending. We write everything but the er. Yo, co, and then we put the o. Como. Nice. I like those. Simple. Yo como desayuno a las 6 de la mañana. I eat breakfast at 6 in the morning. 5. Sam y yo. Oh, Sam and I. 2 people. Not here. Not here. Does it include me? Yes, it does. Yo means I. Sam and I. Because it includes me, then I know for a fact these are my 2 endings, because this is my pronoun. So now I have to figure out, is it an hemos or an emos? Well, my verb here ends with er. So my ending is going to be the hemos. Sam y yo corremos. Sam and I run al parque, to the park. Number 6. Señor Marín, usted. Mr. Marine, you. Okay, this means you, but not this one. This one right here. So because it's in this box, my ending is an E. So, Señor Marín, usted comparte, because we wrote everything but the IR, and then we just put in the E. Mr. Marín, you share the food. Nice. Alright, cool. Number 7. Diana y tú. Diana and you. Okay, so Diana is one person, and tú, you, is another. So, not here, not here, not here. Does the sentence say y yo, remember, and I? Does it say an I? Nope. So that means it cannot be this, the we form. So, is an en ending. So the answer is going to be Diana y tú compar. We wrote everything but the IR, and then the en ending. Comparten. Diana and you share an extra large pizza. Una pizza extra grande. 8. Ocho. Hector y Carla. 2 people. Cross it out, cross it out. Does it say I am included? Nope. Doesn't say. It only says Hector and Carla. So, cross that out, cross this one, and my ending is an en. So the answer is Carla, Hector y Carla ven, everything but the er, venden. Henry and Hector y Carla sell chocolate. 9. Los estudiantes. Okay, now here we don't have names of people, but we have a group. It says los estudiantes. That means the students. More than one. So if it's more than one student, cannot be that. Now, even though you might say, well, I'm a student, I know that. But the sentence does not say and I. And because it does not say and I, we must not use the nosotros, so we must not use these endings. The en is the correct ending. So, los estudiantes comen mucho en la cafetería. Number 10. La estudiante. Oh, so this one's the opposite of number 9. These were many students, los estudiantes. La estudiante, which is number 10, is only one student. So, if it's only la estudiante, one student, this side will not work then. It does not say yo, can't use that. It does not say two, can't use that. So our only possible ending, and the only one that is left, is the E, because the student can be replaced with she. So la estudiante vende everything but the ER, vende limonada. The student sells lemonade. 11, almost there. Mi hermano y yo. Oh, my brother, that's one. Y yo, and I. That's another person, and it's me. So remember what we said? The one that includes me and someone else is this. Now we got to be careful because here we have two endings. So is it an ER ending or an IR? It's an IR. So we're going to use the E-most ending. So, mi hermano, my brother, and I and here's that ending, compartimos el carro. My brother and I share the car. 12, la cafeteria, the cafeteria. Even though the cafeteria is big and there's a lot of students in there, the cafeteria is only one of something. It is not the cafeterias, it's just la cafeteria, the cafeteria. So, the cafeteria is only one of it. So, if it's only one of it, can't use this side because this is for more than one. The cafeteria is definitely not I, and it's not you. It's an it, and the word it falls in this box. So, ending E. La cafeteria vende. The cafeteria sells good food. I hope. And the last one, number 13, número 13, las clases. Oh, opposite of number 12. This was one of something. Las clases is two of or more of something, which in this case, classes. Because it's two or more of something, can't use this side. Does it say and I? Does it? Nope. So we can't use that, can't use that. Ending is an EN. Las clases, the classes, compar, everything but the IR. Then we add our ending. Comparten, the classes share hallways. That's it. Awesome. Done.